Hi guys, it's Brandon here with your Jaecoo journey, and today I'm bringing you guys on an exclusive POV test drive of the brand new Omoda C9. The car has just arrived at the showroom today and we are now available for test drives. So if you would like to book a test drive, remember you can contact me at 012-440-5080 and we are located at Bukit Jalil. So we also have our exclusive pre-booking promotion going on right now, so if you want to know more about that, feel free to reach out. In front of us you can see the C9 in the matte grey color. The model in front is the all-wheel drive. Right now we are in the two-wheel drive. First impression wise, I have to say that the interior really, for 180,000 ringgit, there's really nothing that comes close to it. I would say that all the touch points that you actively touch, even down below here, all the plastics are all very high quality. Surprisingly, I would say that if you're comparing to budget luxury models like the GLA, X1, as a subjective point of view, I would say that the quality in here is actually better lah. I would say that most definitely, especially at your lower touch points, plastic is definitely of a higher quality. First impressions, steering is nice and light, which is good for this SUV. Easy to maneuver, and you also have, as per all Jaecoo and Chery cars, the variable steering weight that you can adjust. One good thing about this car is the physical controls for your aircon, which is a great thing to have in 2024. Not many cars give you this anymore, and this is one of the cars on your short list if let's say this is something important to you, which for me personally it is quite important. The middle dial here is
Sport
for your
mode,
drive mode.
normal mode.
For the two-wheel drive that we're in right now, we have our Eco, Normal and Sport mode. I'm just gonna put it in normal for time being, and let's see how the gearbox and the engine compares to what we're used to. Normally we're used to the 7-speed dual clutch for this engine, which is the 2-liter turbo. But in this car we have a 8-speed automatic, so it's like similar to what BMW is using, which is their ZF 8-speed. So this is also an 8-speed automatic. It's a torque converter. In terms of shifting and pickup, it's pretty good. Not much of delay, anything like that, or jerkiness. And the good thing about having an 8-speed gearbox is that during highway cruising, you have an additional gear to help lower your RPMs when you're cruising. So this should, in theory, return much better fuel economy compared to the J7, which is only a 7-speed, especially on the highway. Right now from the light, I'm just gonna switch it into
Sport mode,
Sport mode,
normal mode,
Sport mode here.
Sport mode.
And then I'm gonna launch the car. So we're gonna see how the pickup is from a standstill, and also how the response is on the 8-speed and whether or not you are getting a much different car. Let's go now, go flat. Okay, and that's 100. Based on that, I would say that the 8-speed does feel different to the 7-speeder. I would say that as an honest point of view, the gear shifting is definitely a bit muted compared to the 7-speed. I feel like the response is a bit more delayed in terms of the shifting. I think you can also tell from the sound, everything like that. And the car does a really good job of insulating you from outside, because getting up to 100, you don't really feel like it's very fast or anything like that. Handling wise, typical Jaecoo and Chery fashion. It's light, not too much feel through the steering wheel, but you know what the car is doing. And suspension, it's pretty okay for this passive setup. I would say that it's a bit softer compared to the J7. Over bumps, feels a bit more insulated, and also I'm not sure if it's just me, but feels a bit taller than the J7 when you're driving it. I think the driving position, the height of the car feels a bit taller. But I will say, one good thing about the 8-speed is that during start-stop traffic, it is much smoother, like really much smoother. But even though the engine start-stop system is activated right now on this car, the launching of the gearbox from a standstill is much smoother compared to DCT gearbox. That's pretty normal. All
Normal
DCT
mode.
gearboxes, it will have a slight transmission feel when you let off and you accelerate, especially during start-stop conditions. I feel like this 8-speeder is smoother in that, but in the other side, the gear shifts, especially doing under heavy load, it's slightly less responsive, I would say. The extra power is definitely very welcome, I would say, but it doesn't make this car feel extremely fast. I would say it's not like the Tiggo 8 Pro, for example. The Tiggo 8 Pro feels a lot more violent and aggressive in the way the power delivery comes in. This car is much smoother. I think it has to do with the gearbox. Oh my god! This is just the quick first driving impressions. I will do a later on POV video at night to show you guys what the car feels like at night, but this is just the in-town POV drive. You guys have a look at how it feels and my first impressions after driving so many China cars, if you will, and how it compares, because this is probably the first China car I've driven with a normal torque converter gearbox, and I would say the differences is noticeable. So if you want to have a look for yourself, be sure to drop by. You can contact me again and arrange for a test drive, and you can feel it for yourself. The brakes are also super sensitive, I have to say. Like the J7, the brakes are also very sensitive. If you guys enjoyed today's video, or you found it useful and you look forward to more of this content, be sure to like and follow me. Remember guys, I'm Brian Lim here to bring you on your new Jaecoo journey. And thanks so much for watching.